Hi guys, my name is Steve B. I'm here to talk to you today about staying sober for today, and it's a beautiful day. Today's a beautiful day that the Lord has given us. This is the day that the Lord hath made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. It is actually it's Monday. It's Monday, June 16th, all day, and I'm here to talk to you about staying sober for today. I'm enjoying the day so far. The weather's fantastic. It's very cloudy, a little bit of sun shining. That's all we need. That's all we need. No rain in the forecast. That's awesome. So I got my 4 mile walk in, and I'm here to talk to you. I want to encourage you today to stay sober and clean and sober for today. You can do it. I'm gonna do it. Um, uh, I'm your encourager, and that's my purpose to with these videos is to encourage you to stay sober and clean for today because it can be done. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Drinking is the last thing on my mind today. I have recovery on my mind. I like I said, I got my walk in. I'm feeling pretty good. I had a good night's rest. Yesterday was Father's Day. It was all day, and two of my three kids took me out. Lena took me out, um, and it was fun. It was fun. There was me, Lena, Olivia, Jared, and Michael that went to. It's fun. It's a funny story. I'll tell you. I went to. They wanted to take me out to Longhorn, which is not. It's a nice place. I like it. I like it, but it was super freaking crowded. It was like everybody in the world was there, and so we went in. I gave them my name, and wouldn't you know it, we waited almost 3 hours to eat. And I kept telling Lena, I kept saying, "You want to go? We'll go right down the street. Come on, let's go." And after a while, we were all so freaking edgy and pissed off because it was taking so long. And then I started seeing people, uh, going before us that were there after us, and I started thinking, this isn't right. This doesn't seem like right, but we hung in there and we ate, and I actually enjoyed what I got. I got the chicken strawberry salad. It was very good. It was very good. The the what do you call it? The dressing was a little tangy. It was very good, but it was very very tasty, and I really enjoyed it. And then of course the end, the best part of the whole thing was the um, cheesecake. And it was like me and Michael were like going to town on it. The rest of them had maybe a bite, maybe a couple of bites, but me and him polished that thing right off. And so it was an interesting Father's Day, to say the least. And of course, Bran wasn't there because he's down in Virginia. But he called to wish me a happy Father's Day, and I called my dad. You know, wish him a happy Father's Day, and he was happy for that. So anyway, that was yesterday. Watched the Yankees get spanked terribly by the Red Sox. The Red Sox this year own them. I think they won one game against them this year, which is terrible. Terrible. Come on, they got to get their what together. But anyway, I'm down here. I'm gonna do my little video with you guys. The guy was just mowing the grass over here, so I wanted to wait for him to stop, and he's done. Otherwise, you wouldn't hear me. You know. But I smell grass, and it's a great smell. The smell of the outdoors. The grass, the birds singing, the squirrels running around and prancing, and I don't see a lot of them now. But one of them met me because I did my, like I said, I did my 4 miles, and after every lap, he would meet me by my car. So I leave him a bunch of them by my car. So maybe they're happy. I don't know. I can't make everybody happy, but you know, it's good. I'm glad to be with you guys today. And what's up with you? Is everybody having a good day? I hope you are. I hope drinking and drugging is not on your mind, man, because there's nothing good's gonna come out of that ever. Drinking and drugging, man. Nope, not today. What today's a good day to stay sober. Today's a great day to stay sober. It's not even a good day. It's a great day to stay sober. And I'm going to do it. And I want you to do it too. Why not? Um, Anything going on? Anything of interest with you guys? The Father's Day. I really, even though we waited so long and stuff, I really had a good day. I really had a good day. It was nice. And I had a good time. And what's today? Today's Monday, June 16th, 2025. All day, all day. You know, and I wish you well on this Monday, June 16th, 2025. It's going to be a wonderful day. I'm gonna hit the meeting before the meeting, and then the meeting, and then I'm gonna go home, and I'm not gonna drink. I'm gonna have maybe I'll eat Moe's later. I love Moe Monday because I love eating Moe's. And it's a great day to have a great day, guys. You know, I'm glad it's so wonderful to meet up with you guys today and to be able to share my and encourage you all because you know what, you're worth it. You're worth it. I don't care if anybody ever told you you're not. You are, and I'm worth it too. I used to get the messages, and I have a good relationship with my dad today, but it was hard won. It was hard won because when I was growing up, I was kind of like a wallflower. I was scared. I was timid. I was shy, and my dad was this big domineering guy, and standing up to him was not my cup of tea. I didn't know how to do it. He just overpowered me and overwhelmed me, and now he doesn't. He's 92 years old. He's an old guy now, but he talks to me with respect. It's almost like he enjoys my company. I really think he does. I think he does. You can tell when somebody doesn't. But my dad enjoys my company today. He respects me as a person, and I think a couple of things happened to make that happen. Of course, I'm 68 years old now. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. I'm not a kid, And my dad, um, and when my mom died, I was with him. Me and him were the only ones there. I think that has something to do with it. I think the fact that I stayed sober for going on 33 years has something to do with it. And he respects that. I don't know, but I spent years and years and years trying to get him to like and respect me, and it seemed like the more I tried, the more it wasn't going to happen. But I show him respect. He shows me respect. My dad's a good guy today, but I could honestly say that it wasn't always like that for me. My dad was. I had a love hate relationship with him, and I can honestly tell you that today, it's love and respect. I don't hate the guy today, and you know, I didn't mean to when I was a kid either. But I was just like every time I got turned down as a person, and kind of like got disrespected by him, it was like, hey, he doesn't respect me, so I don't respect him. But today I do. And he's kind of the last guy standing out of that generation. They're all gone except for him. I really think him and my mother's sister-in-law are the only ones alive. My aunt Eleanor in New York. Um, I think my dad and her are the last ones standing. As far as cousins, you got a bunch of them left. I think we're the next generation to go. I'm not gonna presume that I know, but I will say that a lot of us cousins are still left, and one by one we're gonna think I think to have our turn to meet our Maker, and God's waiting for all of us. But today, so far so good. I'm living, I'm breathing. You know, I got energy today because I don't know what today's gonna bring. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I'm okay with whatever he says. You know, I turned my day over. I turn it over to God every day, and when I start my day, I say, Lord, here, help me, whatever I'm gonna do, be with me. And direct me and guide me, and you know, and he hasn't let me down yet, and he's not gonna let me down. And I suggest to you guys, if you don't have a God, you can call him higher power, you can call him God, whatever you want to call him. He's just waiting. He's just waiting for you to come to him. And when you come to him, uh, Jesus said, "He that cometh to me, I will in no wise cast out." And you can believe that. You can rest your hat on that, um, because it's the truth. He that cometh to me, I will in no wise cast out. And another one, and I love this scripture. He says, "Come to me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn of me, for I am meek and lowly of heart. You shall find rest unto your souls. For my yoke is easy, and my burden is light." And trust me, you want him to carry your load for you, and to walk with you, and so you don't have to take it all on your own shoulders. You don't have to do that. You just don't. God is good, and he's just waiting for you to come to him for help. And Jesus never lied, and he never will lie. Trust me. You hang your hopes on him, you'll never regret it. Never, ever, ever. And yeah. So I'm thinking, I'll have my meeting. I don't know how it's gonna go. Hope it goes well. Today's a step meeting. We're gonna we're gonna what are we gonna do? We're gonna do the meeting. It's gonna go great. Whoever comes comes, and I'm good with that. Whoever, I look at it like whoever comes is supposed to come, and I'm good with that. Um, so, summer's almost here. What is it today? Today's the 16th. 5 more days. 5 more days. Summer, and that's good, and that's wonderful. And gotta love the summer. Gotta love it. And well, a lot of people walking down here today. The weather's just freaking fantastic for walking. And I walked with JC, and I got to tell you, when you walk with him, you never know what's going to happen. But but it's always interesting. I love it. I love it. He engages. He talks about God a lot, and I'm all for that. You know, God is my God is my everything. Jesus is my everything. And with that, guys, give me a like and subscribe, and please leave a comment. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd love to chat with you. That'd be fantastic. That'd be fantastic. God bless you all. Love you.